All right, here with reaction, White House Deputy Chief of Policy, Homeland Security Advisor Stephen Miller. You know what, Stephen Miller, during the campaign, I would, on this program, scroll the names of dozens of Americans murdered by Biden-Harris illegals. I would scroll the names of dozens of Americans raped by Biden-Harris illegals. I would scroll the thousands of names of Americans that were victims of violent crime by Biden-Harris illegals. The media never wanted to pay attention to it. What I like about what you're doing now is it's going to be right behind them in the shot. They'll do everything they can do to blur it and obscure it and pixel it. But to be honest, the fact that it's there is a reminder to them of their failure. The White House Correspondents' nerd prom thing that they had on Saturday night that nobody cares about and that will probably be dead and gone in a few years. You know what? These are the people that never reported those names. They never talked about not just Rachel Moore and Jocelyn Nungary and Lake and Ryan. They didn't talk about any of the victims. They didn't care. They lied for 4 years and helped the Biden administration. Reaction.
Every day I see on my desk, Sean, examples of the illegal aliens that President Trump's Department of Homeland Security and Justice have arrested and the heinous, unthinkable crimes they've committed. The assault and rape of underage children, the violent beating and murder of moms, shooting innocent people in cold blood in the street, crime after crime after crime. And as you said, Sean, those sanctimonious, pompous jerks in the left-wing corporate press refuse to cover any of these crimes, refuse to interview or cover any of their victims, do not demonstrate an ounce of human empathy for any of the suffering that Joe Biden's border invasion, the Democrat Party's border invasion, has wrought on this country. And so the White House, so President Trump's White House, has forced, brilliantly, these outlets to acknowledge these crimes, to acknowledge these atrocities by putting these posters, these mugshots and their criminal histories right behind them as they stand there and do their shots every single day. And we're going to keep forcing the media to cover the atrocities committed by the illegal aliens that Joe Biden and the Democrat Party have brought into our country.
Well, they did. And this is the point. Now the president, and we have some amazing numbers. We made amazing progress, but we still have known murderers, known terrorists, known rapists, known gang members, known cartel members in the country. I don't know if we can ever tell the American people that we've been able to eliminate all of them. What do you do when people like Gavin Newsom out in California, sanctuary states, sanctuary cities all over his state? All right, finally they're cooperating with ICE. But that was after, the threat of, oh, I need a war chest so I can get into legal battle after legal battle with Donald Trump. They don't want to uphold the law. Look at that judge in Wisconsin, for crying out loud, aiding and abetting somebody that, walk out a side door to evade ICE. What do you do when people are helping like that?
Well, so California, as an example, still has a law on the books ordering police departments and sheriffs not to hand over criminal illegal aliens to ICE. That law is still in place and in effect as we speak. You have Governor Pritzker, that monstrous mess of a governor in Illinois, who again refuses to hand over even illegal aliens charged with serious criminal offenses to ICE for deportation. Democrats up and down this country, including those Democrats making fools of themselves on the steps at the Capitol, are putting all of their energy into keeping these illegal alien criminals, these terrorists, these gang members in our communities. President Trump, his first job, which he accomplished in unimaginable time, was to seal the southern border shut, and he did it. 99.99% of people have been blocked from entering this country. Only 3 people were allowed into the country, and that was for legitimate medical purposes in the last month. Think about that. We've gone from thousands and thousands a day to just 3 people. Unimaginable progress. And even those 3 were for legitimate medical purposes. You have a Democrat Party now that is fighting to keep all of the people Joe Biden set free in this country. President Trump is mobilizing state, local, and federal law enforcement to find and remove these threats. And we're also battling these crazy rogue district courts. But President Trump's plan and strategy is working. We are going to win these cases. We are going to mobilize an army of immigration law enforcement officers, and we are going to fulfill President Trump's pledge, vow, and promise to liberate our communities from this gang threat. And it's going to happen, Sean. It is happening, Sean.
Let me tell you something. I don't care. Biden, Harris, Mayorkas, and all these sanctuary people aiding and abetting, guess what? They have blood on their hands. Period. End of sentence. They allowed this to happen. This was the most preventable national security disaster.
They are complicit with evil, Sean.
Sad. Innocent people died and are dying still. Steve Miller, thank you. When we come back. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.